How nice to be in silence, right? Okay. Good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome all to our meditation evening. Tuesday has become our meditation day. And so I'm glad that, whenever you think about Tuesday, you make sure that you plan everything in keeping in mind, the 6 to 7 hour is my meditation hour, right? It's a kind of the gift that you're giving to yourself. Uh, so it's an hour that you have given to yourself. But this carving out this hour for yourself may sound maybe selfish, but actually it's the more healthy way of not really being selfish, but about self-care, right? So, and carving out this hour for you to take care of your mind and body um, is not only actually benefiting ourselves. Definitely, it benefits us, but having such a moment, such a time for us to heal ourselves, for us to develop more abilities of mindfulness and loving kindness, and those skills, and will help so many others later. If you don't have such a practice, you simply keep doing things and trying to help others, and you may not do a good job, right? So it's better to have this kind of hour for ourselves rather than keep trying to help others, because having this hour can help us to help better others. So Tuesday is a nice evening, and we our Sunday evening is our children's meditation. So we have a lot of children who kind of dedicate that evening, Sunday evening, for the meditation. So we are so glad that even their parents, plan things, they will remind them, Sunday, we have meditation in the evening. So it's good to have such, a habit in ourselves. And so, as you know, that in meditation is a training, we are slowly developing a new way of, saying things, new way of responding to things. We are kind of deconditioning our previous unhealthy conditionings, unhealthy patterns, and we observe them. We don't blame ourselves, but we simply observe them and we try to not to feed them, and then purposely develop wholesome patterns. So the whole meditation is in one way weakening or deconditioning the unhealthy, unhelpful patterns of our thoughts and behavior, and then at the same time developing more wholesome, healthy patterns and behavior, and then that will also eventually will help us to like be completely unconditioned. That's a little bit higher level of meditation. But anyway, so whenever we come and do this meditation, we are kind of training it, we are teaching ourselves. We are being familiar with the wholesome part of ourselves, and we are strengthening the wholesome patterns in us. And so in our life, the quality of our life, and even let's say a quality of our day, is decided by mainly two factors. What kind of day that we had. It depends on two factors. One is actually what is happening on that day, like what kind of people that we are going to meet. We are meeting, and what things happen, what we hear, what's happening in the country, what's happening in the world, what happened in our neighborhood, and who we meet. So all incidents, circumstances, incidents. That's one factor. But the other important factor is that how we perceive these things that are happening to us, how we perceive, how we interpret, and then how we respond. There are two parts to it. One is how we see those incidents, and the second one is how we respond to that, incidents. So these are the two things that will decide the quality of our day and eventually the quality of our life at the end, right? What is happening, around us, and then how we inside of ourselves see, interpret, and then respond to these situations. So these two things. So what I want to know from you, what do you think that among these, between these two things, what is happening, the people that we are meeting, what is happening, and then how we see, right? So it also depends on if we meet really a great friend, good friend, a genuine person, a lovely person, that meeting will affect our day, right? And if you meet a difficult person, that will also affect our day. And there are good things can happen to us, and then bad things can happen to us too. Unexpected things can happen to us too. So all these things are deciding the kind of quality of our day. But at the same time, there's a whole other area that how we see, interpret, and respond to those things. So what I want to know from you actually, between these two factors, let's say external factors and internal factors. Between these two factors, what factor has the upper hand in deciding the quality of our day and life? Yes?
I think the inner, because we can't control all the external factors.
Yeah, we cannot control,
But
yes.
we can control our response to this.
Mm-hmm. So you think that the internal part has the upper hand?
If you use it wisely.
Good answer. Yeah. I was going to put you to trouble, but yeah. So which has the upper hand in most cases, right? In most cases in our lives, maybe most of the time, the external situations, have the upper hand, decide more. But but we have the capacity to like change the internal part to be the upper hand, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that is what we are trying to do here, right? And so, yes.
I can remember one thing, so related to that comment.
Mhm.
So if we are, when we are passing by the road, when we are working, we see so many dirty things on the ground.
Mhm.
There are some thorns, sometimes maybe poop,
Rubbish,
sometimes rubbish,
rubbish, yeah.
everything on the ground. Can we put a carpet to cover all the ground? We cannot. But we can do one thing. What we can do? We can wear shoes.
Just enough for your
Just
feet.
enough,
right?
yeah. So in that case, it is just like
Looks
we
like-
have covered all the
Whole the earth, right?
all the earth, yeah, like that. We can manage if we can manage ourselves. We can deal with the
Many things, right?
many things.
So as she already said that we
Yeah.
cannot really control many things happening outside, but the only thing that we can control is in how we see it, in how we interpret it, and how we respond to it, right? So, but then how we see, how we interpret, how we respond to these things are also kind of biased. They're not free. We think that they are like we freely decide, we freely respond, but actually they're not free. They're kind of biased. We are just following old habits. How we respond to someone scolding is already kind of written there, already kind of conditioned and written, and you already have a set of words, set of responses that you will do. Like you just simply repeat it. That external incident will only be like a trigger, and you simply repeat, already ingrained pattern. So that is why in meditation we try to kind of change these patterns, and for example in loving kindness meditation we repeatedly say like be well and happy, be well, happy and peaceful. Everyone will be well, happy and peaceful. We repeat it many times. By repetition, we are actually creating that pattern. So that kind of thoughts can become like a second nature, right? Yeah. So I remember a story that a couple moved to a new home, and so they had a nice dining area. But they had a nice window next to the dining area. They were able to see the neighbors. The neighbors' backyard from that window, which is very common, right? Yeah. And the neighbors, had this habit of drying their clothes by hanging them outside. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in many European countries, you don't have dryers. Actually, it's something quite unique to the US. But anyway, so they have this habit of drying clothes. So this new couple were able to see the clothes, from their dining area. So one day when they're having their coffee, the wife saw the clothes were hanging outside, and but they look quite dirty, although they were just washed and then hanging over there, but they look quite dirty. So she told her husband, "Did you see those clothes? They still look dirty. I don't know what that lady is doing there." And the next day, also, she saw again clothes, but they also looked quite dirty. And then again they had a discussion, why these clothes still look dirty, even though they were washed. But on the third day, when they was having the coffee there, and on that day she showed the clothes, but on that day they were clean. So then the wife told the husband, "Did you see? Now the clothes are quite clean. Finally, they got the proper detergent." Oh, maybe she was suspicious. Asked from the husband, "Did you tell anything to them?" Then the husband said, "No, actually, I didn't tell anything to them, but I just cleaned our glass of the window." So all the dirt that they have seen on those clothes is not actually in those clothes, right? They were in the hourglass, in the wind. So, so in the same way, actually, sometimes when we, see other people and see other incidents, sometimes we try to project, those things in others, but maybe the way we see them, right? So we really have to, look into our own own habits, on our patterns, and then and to be aware of them, right? Because whenever we see others, whenever even when we interpret an incident, we bring our own, ideas, our own concepts, our own our own stereotypes, right? And then we quickly interpret it and think that actually that's the reality, right? So what meditation is doing us actually is helping us to see these things. Because in meditation, other than doing like making positive wishes in loving kindness meditation, but before that we also learned like observe our thoughts. Like simply observing our thoughts is a great ability, great practice, because we can actually have the thoughts without necessarily believing them. It's an interesting way to deal with thoughts, because whenever we have a thought, we have a tendency to believe them as true, right? But thoughts are like, one, simply, occurrences, the waves, like waves in the mind. So with the practice of meditation, we begin to observe our own thoughts, like we let the thoughts occur, but we kind of develop the awareness of it. But then, of course, thoughts will not continue, because as long as we are watching them, thoughts cannot continue. But at least we can take a moment to observe them. And in that whole practice, we develop this ability to, like, even when we're thinking about other people, whenever we are, being sad about an incident, or maybe angry about an incident, these thoughts will occur and we believe them. But with this meditation practice, we can take a moment to observe those things and ask, is it really valid? Is it really valid? Is there any other way that I can see this? Right? So we get that ability. And then with loving kindness meditation, we develop this wholesome tendency, wholesome patterns that, we use that lens to see the world. Right? If one day, if you can, like, if you are driving, someone happen to cut you through, if you can say, be well and happy. Yeah, that will show that, okay, I have developed that habit. Because the reason is that, of course, it's not really safe to, cut anyone through, and it's not a good, driving habit. But whenever a person just did it, we usually interpret that thing as maybe a sign of arrogance, maybe like want to, like, hurt us, want to, like. So that's how we interpret. But who knows? We never know why that person is in such a hurry. Maybe he has got a call that his mom is in hospital. Who knows? We never know, right? And of course, his action is not really wise, skillful, but we never know what kind of conditions that made him or her to do that. So if so, just to say that be well and happy, or maybe be safe, and not only but others too, right? And so instead of, like, being angry and upset about that incident, but maybe have more kind of open attitude, and just wishing that person to be safe and well. It's healing ourselves, it's helping us and helping others too. So it's more like cleansing ourselves, that we see the world a little bit differently, and then we commit ourselves to live a loving, caring life. Even though certain circumstances are not favorable to maintain such a mind, but if we can train, we can still maintain that wholesome state of the mind, which is mainly beneficial to ourselves, but also to many others too. Okay, let's clean our window. With our meditation. So we will start our practice with the movements. let's come to our body. But we will also find kind of balance. Try to spread your feet a little bit apart, so you can feel, can balance the weight of your body. Heel on your 2 feet. Relax your both arms, and make sure that you're not hinging, but you're kind of, your head is right above your spine. And make sure there's a nice balance to the posture. And take a moment to bring your whole attention to your feet. Let us see how we can feel the weight of the body in our feet right now. See whether you can feel the heels inside your socks or shoes, or when it is touching the ground. Just try to feel the heels, and then expand our awareness to the front part of the feet and see how much front part we can feel. All the muscles in the front area in the feet, and see whether we can feel any of our toes. With this awareness of the feet, let us acknowledge that I'm standing right here. I mean, standing tall in the balanced posture. And let us be in our body, right here and now, in our body. This awareness of the body. Let us do some other movements to create more awareness of the body. You can open your eyes, and we will coordinate our breath with our movements. So release all the air in your lungs, just release with our breath. Then you take the next in-breath, raise your arms to the front. Breathing out, raise your both hands, spread your hands to the sides. Breathing in, raise your hands to the up. Breathe out, gently come down, all the hands and feeling all the sensation throughout the arms. Next in breath, bring your arms to the front. Breathe out, bring them to the side. Breathing in, bring all the arms to the up. Breathing out, we gently bring our arms down, feeling all the sensation in the fingers, to the palms, and other parts of the hands. Let's do one more time. Breathing in to the front. Breathing out to the side. Breathing in out. Breathing out, gently coming down. Relax your both arms and take a moment. Feel maybe new sensations arising in your arms, in your shoulders, all the way to the palms and fingers. Try to feel whatever subtle vibrations, tingling sensations happening right now. Let us be in our body. Let's do another movement. This time we will raise our right hand with our in-breath. Breathing in, raise your right hand all the way up. Breathe out. Let's bend to the opposite direction, to the left, giving a nice bend, releasing the air. Breathing in, come back to the middle. Breathing out, going back again. Release. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, let's give a nice bend, releasing the air, feeling the stretch in the ribs. Breathing in to the middle. This time when we breathe out, let's bring our arm down gradually in full control, feeling all the sensations there. Let's do the same to the other hand, the left hand. Breathing in, raise your hands all the way up. Breathe out, bend to the body to the opposite direction, to the right. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, bring back again, giving a nice bend and stretch. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, bring back again. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, bring back again. Breathing into the middle. This time we will simply bring the hand down while we are breathing out, feeling all the sensations there. Let's take a moment to observe the little sensations occurring throughout our upper body. Perhaps you may have some sensation around your rib area as a result of that stretch. Feel them, or even in your arms and palms. Whatever those subtle sensations, be aware of them. Let us be in our body with those sensations. We are right here and now in our body. With this awareness of the body, we will now slowly walk back to our seat and we will slowly sit down. Maintain the awareness of the body even when you sit down, feeling all the sensations you bend in your body when you touch your chin. Keep your upper body upright, but make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Our shoulders are dropping to the sides, not to the front, but to the sides. Keep your chin somewhat parallel with the earth. Rest your palms on your lap. Let us adapt a peaceful posture that enable us to stay calm but alert at the same time. An upright body, relaxed shoulders can help us with the chin up, can help us to stay calm but alert. With this nice posture, let us allow our mind to settle and gradually calm down and settle. And we can use the sound of the bell and the chant. Listen to the sound of the bell and the chant, and allow your mind to be here and to settle down.
සංසාර සාරෝඝ විනීත නිසං සන්නීත සාතං සුචිසාර ධීසං සන්ධීරකං සොන්න තනූපලාසං සංලාප දේසින් පනමේ භික්ෂාසං
We will let this body to completely relax. This is a good opportunity to allow this body to relax all its muscles in this very safe, calm place. We can allow our body to fully relax. We can take a very slow, long in-breath and allow that breath to go as slowly as we can. And at the same time, allowing our body to relax and release. When you take a very slow, long in-breath, and our body is preparing to relax, when we are releasing that breath slowly, you can pay attention to any part of your body and allow that area to open up, relax, and release. with this relaxed body. Let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. Let us simply watch. What are the thoughts, memories that are coming to our mind right now? Doesn't matter whatever they are. We simply notice them without developing them any further. We simply notice them and acknowledge them. Take a moment to observe the occurrence of thought one after the other. Various different thoughts keep coming up. This is how our mind works normally. But right now, we will purposely generate a wholesome thought. We will purposely guide our mind to experience a wholesome state. This is a good opportunity to gradually guide our mind to come to one of the most wholesome, peaceful state. Everything is conducive for our mind to achieve such a state. We will gradually guide our mind. Let us generate one of the most wholesome qualities in our mind, loving kindness. Loving kindness is the genuine wish of well-being. It is the friendliness, universal friendliness. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. We all have this genuine willingness for everyone to be well. We have this inner capacity of friendliness towards all beings, goodwill towards everyone. We will now allow that wholesome capacity to manifest, opening our heart and generate that willingness. How good if all beings are well. Let us open our heart just like when we see a little baby. When we see a smiling face of a little baby. Or just like when we are petting a puppy or kitten or any other pet. Let's open our heart just like that. With this open-heartedness, let us now direct this loving kindness to many people, to many beings. We will start with ourselves. We will radiate this loving kindness to everyone starting from ourselves. Feel your presence. Look at yourself as one of the living beings. This person sitting here deserves loving kindness as anyone else. With genuine compassion, acceptance, and forgiveness, we will wish well-being to this person sitting here. May I be well, be strong, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us be generous to ourselves and kind to ourselves and make all the good wishes we can make to ourselves right now. If you have a special concern or a special difficulty you are going through, make an appropriate nice wish to yourself. Be well, be strong, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's take a moment to direct this loving kindness to this body, this wonderful organism, our body, has been helping us a lot to live this precious life. With deep appreciation, we will direct this loving kindness to all different parts of the body, allowing each part to be healed with this positive intention. Feel your lungs when you are breathing. Feel the cooling sensation in the lungs when you are breathing in. And genuinely make a wish for these lungs. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole digestive system, the stomach, the liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, all the organs in the whole system Be well. Be healthy. Be healed. May these kidneys helping us to relieve the toxins from the body. May these both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the central nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, the whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May all the bones and all these joints throughout this body be well, be healthy, be healed. We have now allowed this loving kindness intention to travel throughout the body. Let us now expand this wish beyond ourselves to everyone else. May all people who are connected to my life, may all these beloved people be well, be safe, be healthy, be healed. Let us expand this wish beyond the people who are known to us, to all other people. Let us wish everyone living in this whole surrounding area, no matter who they are. May everyone sitting in this building, in these neighboring buildings and homes, may all people living in this whole surrounding area be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish as wide as we can to include as many people as we can to this wish. May all people living in all distant, faraway places, in all cities, all regions, states, and in all countries, people living in the direction of our front, near and far, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in the direction of our right, near and far, be well, be well, be peaceful. All people living in the direction of our back, whoever the living beings, whoever the people living in that direction, near and far, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our left, may all of them be well, be well, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish to all living beings, living area. May all animals, from large ones to tiny ones, whatever life form there may be, may all living beings, each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Expand this loving kindness as wide as you can. This loving kindness has no limits. It embraces all beings. Rejoice. This open, limitless love. Such a wholesome state of the mind. Rejoice. With this rejoice, let us now take a moment to deepen our peace by simply watching our breath. We are experiencing a calmness, a peace right now. Let us deepen it by simply watching our breath happening right now. Closely feel the in-breath, how the air is moving through the nostrils, passing behind the throat, and sometimes even cooling the lungs. Feel it. And feel the out-breath, how you feel the emptying of the lungs, the air coming through the nostrils and moving away, touching our upper lips. Take a moment to closely observe this. This is truly happening now. This breath is what makes us alive. This is the most vital function in our body. This breath allows our life. With deep respect, let us be with our breath. For next few minutes, let us rest with our breath. in these last few minutes. Give your full effort to be with this breath. I will do a chant to help you. Throughout the chant, be with the breath. Rest with the breath. Sukhi diga yuko bhav Sukhi diga yuko bhav Sukhi diga yuko bhav Gently come out of the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful to anyone who helped your meditation practice tonight. Let us feel grateful to all the staff and the patrons of this library who allowed us to do this practice here in this hall. Let us also feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this chair, the cushion that we are sitting on, this bell, and this computer that help you to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. It was so nice to hear you all. I wish you to carry this peace to the rest of the week and share this peace with many others that you meet. And wish you all a great evening. Yeah. Those who join our YouTube, not so nice to have you. We appreciate your effort and commitment to practice and look forward to see you again too. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.